How's everyone doing? Hope you've all had an amazing break over the festive period. So January 2025 is just around the corner. So today we're checking out 14 new PC games releasing in January. It's definitely a busy month, that's for sure. We've got a remastered classic and there's some great new adventures to look at. So anyway, my name's Prankster and let's get started. Kicking January 2025 off, we have a game called Freedom Wars Remastered. So Freedom Wars Remastered brings back an PS Vita classic with stunning 4K visuals and smoother gameplay. Join the fight where you battle giant machines to earn your freedom with super sharp graphics and better controls. It's the best way to experience this action-packed RPG. Game features online co-op, PvP and an overhauled weapons crafting system. Graphics are definitely looking much better on this one. If you played it on the Vita back in the day, definitely worth checking this one out. If you're interested, the game is dropping to Steam on January the 9th. The next in January, we have a game called Airborne Empire. So in this game, you build and manage cities that float in the sky in a one-of-a-kind open-world RPG. Research, tech, navigate storms and defend against enemies. The visuals are bright and colourful. You can tweak settings, get the best performance as well, so it can run on a good mix of hardware, which is always good for PC games. You can explore a variety of biomes. You can find yourself in an open world full of rich characters, dialogue, choices, side quests, and lost marvels. You can help other people. You can gain knowledge and develop new technologies, including lift, propulsion. You can also gain access to better tools for defense and offensive against the pirate threat. Defense towers, cannons, and attack planes can all be researched. So if you're interested in this one, the game is dropping to early access on January the 13th. To drop in next in January, we have a game called Hyper Light Breaker. So in this game, explore a vibrant open world with friends or solo, take on tough enemies and uncover secrets. The game's bright, bold art style is just stunning. The game has a vast, ever-changing world, large-scale biomes to explore. The worlds are procedurally generated with unique layouts, enemies, loot and rewards, making it great for multiple playthroughs. You can also travel the landscapes with great freedom, with wall dashing, hoverboards, gliders and more. The wall dashing, the hoverboards look very good in this game. So if you're interested in this one, it is a sequel. There was an original that was called Hyper Light Drifter. So if you played that, you're definitely going to be wanting to check out this one. Like I said, if you're interested, the game is dropping January the 14th to Steam's early access. Okay, so game number 4 dropping in January is called Aloft. So Aloft is a survival game in the skies. Build on any floating island and turn it into your own skyship. Yep, you heard that right. You can turn any floating island into a huge skyship. You can craft tools and battle harsh weather. The game's relaxing visuals and dynamic weather effects should make it a joy to explore. They call in this one a cozy survival game set in the clouds. So take care of animals, solo or with a group of up to 8 friends. 8-player co-op. So you can collect seeds, grow them and look after your crops. So it's a mix of survival, like a cozy, relaxing survival game. You can basically have a farm on a floating island and you go exploring, that type of thing. But yeah, definitely looks interesting. And if you're into survival games or want a bit more of a laid back one to play with your friends, definitely check this one out. So this game is dropping on January the 15th and will be available to pick up on Steam. The next in January, we have a racing game for all you racing fans out there. So I think I'm saying this right. So it's Assetto Corsa REVO with lifelike visuals, realistic driving physics, dynamic weather. It's the ultimate racing experience. Whether you want top tier graphics or smooth gameplay, the settings have you covered. So this one is the follow-on to the amazing Assetto Corsa, the original game. This is a simulation heavy racer. So it's not arcade at all. Get ready to tweak loads of settings on PC. Get ready for amazing visuals, amazing physics. You know, it should be really good. So this is dropping to early access. A lot of early access games this month, so I'm definitely just going to say that. But this is dropping to early access on January the 16th. Okay, continuing with the games that are dropping in January. A lot so far, isn't it? So the next game dropping is Destiny Warriors Origins. Fight through massive armies with upgraded graphics, smoother animations, and exciting new moves. You can customize settings to enjoy the big battles no matter what your setup is. So PC versions come in with 4K Ultra HD resolution, ultra wide screen support, all upscaling, HDR and high refresh rates. So if you're into these games, definitely get ready to check this one out. Also dropping on January the 16th. They drop in next in January. We've got a pretty big one, so it's finally coming to PC, and we're getting a PC port of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So the journey continues finally on PC. So this game has stunning visuals, should have good settings hopefully this time. The first one kind of let us down a bit with the settings it had, so I'm hoping part 2 they've improved on the options that we can have. You know, the first one didn't have ultra wide support, so I really hope they add that for this one. But anyway, if you've been eagerly waiting for part 2, then your time is nearly up, and you'll be able to play it on January the 23rd, and it'll be available to pick up on Steam and Epic stores. So dropping next in January, we have a fighting game, and we have Virtua Fighter 5 REVO. So yep, that's right, we're finally getting a kind of a new Virtua Fighter game. So this is the ultimate edition of the legendary Virtua Fighter 5. It's got rollback netcode support, gorgeous 4K visuals, and it's got updated high-res texture packs and more. So we have 19 playable characters, so you get to master each of their unique fighting styles, and you can customize them with costumes and items. So expect a lot of mini DLCs on the Steam store page. You know, you get to, in this one, basically they're saying you get to enjoy the pinnacle of Virtua Fighter as you battle it across your favorite modes like rank mode, arcade, training and versus. So you can take on challengers from around the world as you can compete in up to 16 players in a new online modes, including tournaments and leagues. So that should be amazing. But anyway, if you're interested in this one, the game is dropping January the 27th to Steam. They're dropping next in January. We have a third-person RPG, and it's called Eternal Strands. But this one is looking pretty epic. So the art style is nice and colourful. It's got a massive world that you can explore, and you're also fighting giants. So of all different types of forms. So you'll be using magic and weapons to help fight these. So there'll be an arsenal of magical weapons, face enemies that range from humanoid constructs to towering beasts. You get to use the environment and temperatures to your advantage in battles against all these different rosters of creatures. So basically you can use ice to freeze and pin, or you can use fire to like burn, and you can watch it spread across the environment. So it looks really interesting. Really, you can climb onto these giants and climb up to hit different weak spots, and so much more. So if you're interested in a new RPG, so definitely worth checking out Eternal Strands, and this is dropping January the 28th and will be available to pick up on Steam. Okay, so the next game dropping in January is Orcs Must Die Deathtrap. So we all know what this game's about. There's been many of these released, but this one is looking just as crazy as the others. So get ready for the chaos with Orcs Must Die Deathtrap. Set traps, blast wave of enemies, and play with friends in this wild co-op shooter. The graphics are colourful and over the top. So game features for this one is 4-player co-op, which is good because the last one was only 3. Deeper progression systems, rogue light build options, expanded level variety and vast outdoor fantasy environments, spectacular physics, and more ridiculous orc deaths. So this is a third-person shooter with melee combat as well. So yeah. So if you're interested in this one, the game is also dropping January the 28th and will be available to pick up on Steam. So the next game dropping in January is like a stealth tactical kind of game. It's called The Stones of Madness. So this game is set in the 18th century and you are controlling basically 5 prisoners that are in a Spanish monastery. So you need to pull their skills together, find resources and face off against the enemies, their sanity, and uncover the mysteries of the monastery to find a way to escape. Escaping such a well-guarded monastery isn't going to be an easy task. So you got to really be careful what you're doing. So you can alternate between the controls of all 5 characters and use their unique upgradable skills to cast spells, assassinate targets, distract enemies, stun evil spirits, explore hard to reach areas, and so much more. You need to explore the surroundings and combine the character's abilities to find clues, tools scattered throughout the monastery, but you got to be careful. If you are caught being somewhere you shouldn't be, the guards will not be kind to you. So each playable character possesses a fully realized set of traumas and so on. So, and you've got to navigate and be mindful of each character's mental health. So there will be 2 full-fledged campaigns to execute, each with their own stories, objectives, special characters, and other surprises. So you'll be sneaking, exploring, gathering materials, ideas, tasks to complete during the day, where security guards are easily distracted. But as the morning gives way to the evening, you'll be able to then go out and you'll be able to do different stuff. If you're interested in this one, like I say, the graphics are looking really good. It's got kind of like a cartoony kind of look to it. It's a top-down view. Well, more like a, side-angle top-down like you'd see with ARPGs. But it definitely looks interesting. If you are interested in this one, the game is also dropping January the 28th and will be available to pick up on Steam. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, but the next game dropping on PC in January is another PC port, and it is Spider-Man 2. So we're finally getting the sequel to the original Spider-Man on PC, and this time you get to play as Peter and Miles. Ray tracing settings, if you want to put that on for PC, it comes with ultra wide support, 4K support, and it should have a lot of PC settings for us to mess around with to get the game looking as best as we can. We all know what this one's going to be like. If you did love the first one, then get ready to play the second. This game is dropping January the 30th and will be available to pick up on Steam. Okay, so the next game dropping in January is a shooter. So yeah, we've got a shooter also dropping in January. So this is the next game in the series for Sniper Elite, and this is called Sniper Elite Resistance. This is a stealth shooter. It has improved visuals, detailed environments, smooth controls, and it's a mix between kind of simulation and arcadey. If you played the other ones, it has an awesome kill cam. When you get the perfect shot, it will follow the bullet to the hit. So this one also has multiplayer, so you can battle it out with up to 16 other players to earn XP, medals and ribbons. If online PvP isn't your take, it's also got a 3-player survival mode where you have to survive against waves of enemies. This one's again set in World War II. It has authentic World War II weapons and gunplay and physics, and the full campaign this time can also be experienced in co-op mode with a friend. So yeah, so if you do like the Sniper Elite games, definitely don't want to give this one a miss. And the game is also dropping January the 30th and will be available to pick up on Steam. Okay, here we go. So this is game number 14 dropping in January. So this is called Mekkablood Quarry Assault. So this is a boom shooter. So it's an old school one. It looks like the old Doom games, but I had to drop this one. It looks very interesting. So there's no release date for this one yet, but it is dropping sometime in January. So the year is 2082. You play the role of Bill, and it's up to you to take the reins of Bill's mech with your friend Rusty, and you're out to get revenge against Orcs Corp. They're basically trying to steal your mining claim. Looks crazy, great fun, but yeah. But like I said, this one doesn't have a release date, but it is scheduled for a January release. If you are interested in this one, it's also coming to Steam. So there we go. So that was 14 new PC games dropping in January. So let me know in the comments which ones you'll be checking out or which ones you're interested in, and also let me know if there's a game I haven't included in this video. I'll definitely be checking it out. Also, thanks for taking the time to check this video out. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It means so much to me. I'll drop a list of all of the games that were mentioned in this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.